Good morning, friends. It's a joy to be with you again today. If you read the letter of Paul to the Ephesians, you will find that it can be summarized in three words: wealth, walk, and warfare. Paul talks to us about the wealth we have in Christ. He talks to us about our conduct or our walk as Christians. He talks about the struggles that we are engaged in, our warfare. But before he ever talks about how we should behave or how we should engage in spiritual conflict, he talks to us about our position in Christ, who we really are, the assets, the wealth that we have in Christ. It kind of reminds me of a story that's told of a young couple who invited an older couple over to their home for dinner one evening. They had a very modest little apartment, and they had met this older couple in a Sunday school class, and the older couple was much more wealthy than they were, and so they had a lovely time together that evening. And at the end of the evening, when the dinner was finished and the conversation was ended, the young couple walked the older couple to their door and out the door and onto the driveway, and as the taillights of the brand new Lexus disappeared down the road, the young bride looked up wistfully to her husband and said, "Honey, someday we may be rich." To which he wisely replied, "Honey, we are rich. Someday we may even have money." Perhaps that describes where you're at today. You know, some of the people that I've met that have had a lot of financial assets have found that that doesn't necessarily at all bring them happiness or joy. That happiness is not dependent upon the things we accumulate, but is dependent upon the state of our heart. Saddam Hussein, who was deposed in Iraq, we've seen now the pictures of his palaces and saw the kind of opulence in which he lived, but we know from his behavior that he was not a happy person. Some of the loneliest people that I know live in very well-fixed homes. For years I pastored in Southern California, and we had a very wealthy community in Newport Beach, California, which had one of the highest rates of alcoholism of any community in the United States. Because people found that even though they had great financial assets, that of itself did not bring them happiness. Poverty doesn't necessarily bring you happiness either. Real inner joy and contentment in life is found in our relationship with Jesus Christ and a meaningful relationship with the other people around us that are in life. And the state of wealth that we're in has very little to do with the balance in our checkbook or our retirement portfolio. It has everything to do with the kind of persons we are and the kind of relationships we enjoy and the kind of friendships we seek to build in life. Friendships starting first with our own family and then reaching out to those who are around us. I wish for you today that you are wealthy in your spirit, even if you may not be wealthy in goods. And if you're not wealthy in the things of this world, give gratitude to God today that you can be rich in the things that really count. May this be a wonderful new day in your life.